The Adelaide Oval was set for a thrilling encounter. The atmosphere was electric, with fans eagerly anticipating the clash between two cricketing giants. The second test between India and Australia was crucial. Both teams knew the importance of this match in the context of the series. India had won the first test in Perth, giving them a psychological edge. They were determined to carry that momentum forward. Australia, on the other hand, needed a win to level the series. The pressure was immense, and they were ready to fight back. The World Test Championship added more pressure. Every match counted, and both teams were aware of the stakes. Both teams were fighting for a place in the final. The competition was fierce, and every run, every wicket was crucial. The stage was set for an epic battle. The players were ready, the fans were ready, and the world was watching. The pitch at Adelaide offered something for everyone. It had a good balance between bat and ball, promising an exciting contest. Batsmen looked forward to a good batting track. They knew that if they applied themselves, they could score big runs. Bowlers knew they could get something out of it if they bowled well. The pitch had enough in it to keep them interested. It promised to be a fascinating contest between bat and ball. Both sides had their strategies, and it was going to be a test of skill and nerves. The crowd eagerly awaited the start of the match. The excitement was palpable, and the fans were ready to cheer their teams on. Australia won the toss and elected to bat first. The decision surprised many, but the captain had faith in his batsmen. However, the Australian captain backed his batsmen to put up a big total. He believed that runs on the board would put pressure on India. He knew the importance of putting runs on the board. A strong start was essential to set the tone for the match. The Indian team was ready for the challenge. They had their plans in place and were confident in their ability to execute them. They were confident in their ability to take wickets. Early breakthroughs would be key to putting Australia on the back foot. The first session was crucial for both teams. It would set the tone for the rest of the match, and both sides knew the importance of starting well. Australia wanted to score quickly and put pressure on India. They aimed to dominate the session and build a strong foundation. India needed early wickets to stay in the game. They knew that breaking through the Australian top order would be crucial. The match was delicately poised. Both teams had their moments, and it was still anyone's game. Who would gain the upper hand? The next few hours would be critical in determining the direction of the match. Travis Head walked in to bat with Australia in a spot of bother. The team had lost early wickets and needed someone to stabilize the innings. The openers were back in the pavilion, leaving the team in a precarious position. The scorecard read 55 for 2, a situation that demanded resilience and skill. The onus was on Head to steady the ship and guide Australia out of troubled waters. He had to build a partnership with Marnus Labuschagne, who was also looking to make a mark. Head batted with positive intent from the outset, playing his shots with confidence. He took the attack to the Indian bowlers, not allowing them to settle into a rhythm. He looked in ominous touch, his footwork precise and his timing impeccable. The Indian bowlers had no answer to his aggressive batting as he found gaps and boundaries with ease. Head was determined to make a big score, knowing the importance of his innings in the context of the match. He knew the importance of this innings, not just for the team but for his own confidence as well. Head reached his century in style, a testament to his skill and determination. It was his third consecutive Test century at the Adelaide Oval, a remarkable achievement. The crowd erupted in joy, celebrating Head's milestone with thunderous applause. Head's innings had put Australia in a commanding position, giving the team a much-needed boost. He had laid the foundation for a big first innings total, setting the stage for a potential victory. Head had played one of the best innings of his career, a performance that would be remembered for years. Australia declared their innings at 450 for 6, a formidable total. Head remained unbeaten on 140, a testament to his resilience and skill. His innings had shifted the momentum of the match in Australia's favour, putting the pressure squarely on the opposition. It was a brilliant display of batsmanship, showcasing his full range of strokes and tactical acumen. India now had a mountain to climb, needing to respond strongly to stay in the game. India's reply got off to a shaky start. They lost early wickets, which immediately put them on the back foot. The top order crumbled under the relentless pressure from the Australian bowlers. The pressure was on the Indian batsmen. Each delivery seemed like a mountain to climb, and the scoreboard pressure only added to their woes. Pat Cummins was breathing fire. His aggressive bowling was a sight to behold, and he was relentless in his pursuit of wickets. He was bowling with pace and accuracy. Every ball was a challenge for the Indian batsman, who struggled to find any rhythm. Cummins was proving to be unplayable. His deliveries were fast, precise, and often unplayable, leaving the Indian batsman in disarray. Cummins picked up his first 5-wicket haul of the series. It was a masterclass in fast bowling, and he was rightly celebrated by his teammates. He was simply too good for the Indian batsmen. They had no answers to his relentless attack, and were falling like dominoes. His line and length were impeccable. Every ball was delivered with precision, making it difficult for the batsman to score. Cummins was getting good movement off the pitch. The ball was swinging and seaming, adding to the batsman's troubles. The Indian batsman had no answers to his swing and seam. They were completely outclassed by Cummins' skill and determination. India were bowled out for a paltry 210. It was a disappointing performance, and they were left to rue their missed opportunities. Cummins finished with figures of 5 for 45. It was a remarkable achievement and a testament to his skill and perseverance. It was a devastating spell of bowling. Cummins had single-handedly dismantled the Indian batting lineup. He had ripped through the Indian batting lineup. His performance was nothing short of spectacular. Cummins had put Australia in the driver's seat. His efforts had given his team a significant advantage. Australia had gained a massive first innings lead of 240 runs. It was a commanding position, and they were in control of the match. They were in a commanding position. The Indian team was left with a monumental task ahead of them. India was staring down the barrel. Their hopes were dwindling, and they needed something extraordinary to turn the tide. They needed a miracle to save this test match. The pressure was immense, and the odds were heavily stacked against them. Australia enforced the follow-on. They were determined to win this test match inside 5 days. The Indian batsmen were out in the middle once again. They had a daunting task ahead of them. Could they avoid an innings defeat? Mitchell Starc struck with the first ball of the innings. He trapped the Indian opener LBW. It was a dream start for Australia. Starc was on fire. He was bowling with venom. The Indian batsmen were on the back foot. Australia needed just 19 runs to win. They knocked off the remaining runs in no time. David Warner hit the winning runs. Australia won the match by 10 wickets. It was a comprehensive victory. The Australian team celebrated their victory in style. They had leveled the series 1-1. The win would give them a lot of confidence going into the third test. Section 5. India falters again. India's second innings was a mirror image of their first innings. They collapsed once again. The Australian bowlers were all over them. They were clueless against the short-pitched bowling. Nitish Kumar Reddy was the only Indian batsman who showed some resistance. He scored a fighting half-century. However, he lacked support from the other end. India were bowled out for 175 in their second innings. The Indian batsmen had let the team down. They had failed to apply themselves. They looked all at sea against the Australian bowlers. It was a disappointing performance from the Indian batting unit. Section 6. Siraj and head clash in Adelaide. The second test between India and Australia was not short of drama. There was a heated exchange between Mohammad Siraj and Travis Head. Siraj had dismissed Head. He celebrated the wicket aggressively. Head was not impressed with Siraj's celebration. He felt that Siraj had crossed the line. There were some words exchanged between the two players. The umpires had to intervene to calm things down. The incident created quite a stir. Both players were spoken to by the match referee. Siraj denied making any inappropriate comments. The matter was put to rest. Section 7. Turning points and key performances. Travis Head's century in the first innings was the turning point of the match. His innings had shifted the momentum in Australia's favour. Pat Cummins' 5-wicket haul in the first innings was another crucial moment. Cummins' spell had broken the back of the Indian batting lineup. He had put Australia in a commanding position. India never recovered from those two blows. They were always playing catch-up after that. Australia outplayed India in all departments of the game. They were the deserving winners. India will have to go back to the drawing board. They need to find a way to bounce back in the third test. Section 8. Brisbane Beckons. The series now moves to the Gabba in Brisbane for the third test. It promises to be another exciting encounter. Australia will be high on confidence after their victory in Adelaide. They will be looking to win the series. India will have to lift their game. They need to find a way to counter the Australian bowlers. They need to bat with more discipline and application. The third test is a must-win game for India. They need to win to keep the series alive. The Gabba pitch is known to be bouncy and fast. It will suit the Australian bowlers. India will have to be at their best to compete against Australia in their own backyard.